Hello, Matthew Williams here, bringing you a quick video to talk about why the Echiljhampton formation of the 6 to the 8th looks badly executed. Now, to a normal person who isn't involved in making crop circles or art, it might look okay because you don't know quite what you're looking at. But when it's pointed out to you, you will start to see what we're on about. So firstly, the shapes here you can see, there's a circle. Now that's got a circle radius which has been copied around the edge. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say copy this again. So I'm going to copy the shape again, copy and paste. Now then, with that turned on, we should be able to drag it across, the same shape across. Now you can see that that shape, if we drag him across here to the exact same spot, means that if they duplicated and carried on trying to make the same shape again using the same radius point, let me just show you. Alright, let me just show you. So that would have been the new radius point. If they'd attempted to do that, you can see how the center is off, how it didn't meet that point there. So basically these circles wouldn't have lined up, so there would have been a mismatch. So they got so far, realized that the circles weren't going to match, and instead of having a wonky circle there, they decided to put this shape in, which would mask the fact that there was a calculation error between this point and this point. Using the same sizes, you couldn't put the same circle there and there because it would look out and it wouldn't meet there. So they've put this little shape in to hide the fact that it's off-centered, and you can see that it's actually off-center there. You can see that this circle is out of alignment as well, so even that isn't in the correct place. But that isn't where it stops. So let's turn these off so we can have a look at the next bit. Now the next bit is that the square here is very much wonky. Now if you have a look at it, you can probably see that this bit here, this area, is actually wonky, okay, which means that all the geometries are wrong. Now here's the interesting thing with the square, is that you can actually sort of redraw the square, but notice very importantly that over here, for example, right, that they started putting the circle was actually put in starting with the points on the inside, as you can see, not on the outside. So they didn't put the post in here, they put the post in here. So they didn't put it in round the edge, they put it inside for measurement. So watch carefully now as I go over to the other side, where we show you that over here that the post point was actually measured in the circle, whereas earlier it was done by here. So they've used different measure points, so you can see where the mistakes have been made by doing that. And it's a schoolboy error, but there we go. Now let me show you as well, it's important, that this bit here, that the line goes through the circle there. Watch, you see the line actually cuts through the circle there. Okay, but the line doesn't cut through the circle here. So that's a mistake. Can you see? Can you see that it's actually incorrectly kept? So now let's go on to, so you can see the line goes through there, but the line doesn't go through there. So that's obviously another mistake. So it's very obvious to see when you've had it spotted for you. So let me show you now how the circle probably should have looked. Okay, so what we'll do is we will draw in black, and I'm going to draw with the line mode. Now if we take that these positions are correct, and they don't look quite correct, because I mean look at this corner, the corner cuts off here and the line goes up there. How does that work? You know, the line is there, the line should have been going down the middle, and the line's been done off to the right of the center, you see, which is probably why they made a mistake, because the line should have been up this bit here, this darkened line there, but somebody's filled with a board to the right, so that's why they've made a mistake. So let's take as if the points are correct. What we need to do is we need to go from the markings are through, and we need to come right the way through the center. You see I'm going through this center point here, out to where they should be, which is extended to the other side. Okay, so that's where the line should be. Okay, let's do this over here. So we say from this point through the center out to the other side, and now you can see it's way off. Can you see how far it is off now from here around this area? Let's do it from this point, from the edge right the way through the center. Look where it should be, and look where it actually is. That's what you should have for a perfect circle. This is the basis for a perfect circle. So mine is more in alignment. These angles are correct. So now we have our points. We can put in what should be the lines. Okay, to these points. And this is very rough and ready, but it'll give you an idea that the shape should have looked very different to what it actually looks. Okay, now let's turn off our first 3 lines. Okay, and you can see now if we draw into the center from the edge, if we draw out to that correct edge and out to this correct edge here, you can see the square looks a lot more sensible. If we turn off the background so you can see, it's still not right. Their points are very wrong on the edge, but still it's better than it was. Still not right, but better than it was. So it just goes to give you an idea of how much the measurements were out. So there we are, it just goes to show you how much the measurements were actually out on a true thing. So there we are, just giving you an idea that this is probably a man-made circle for very obvious reasons. Thanks for watching.